Hello sir, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to see you here. I know I said I'll be trying to post every weekend, but I was able to sneak this one in on Saturday, so enjoy this. Not in that way, but watch it. If not, then that's okay. You're not ready for it, dip out. But I'm sorry for the freaking onesie. I love cows, okay? And I really love the cow print. Your girl is one of those girls of low and iron, so I had to put it on because I love my house being cold, but not that cold. Your girl gets cold easily, so with the low iron. But yeah, so with that being said, let's get to it. Warning, the following presentation is intended for mature audiences. This case contains graphic descriptions of a crime as well as crime scene photos, strong language, so viewer discretion is advised. So in today's case, I will be discussing the case of Lacey Fletcher, whose body was left decomposing on a couch for 12 years. Goodness, this is gonna be bad. I already know it. Lacey was an only child to Clay and Sheila, and her parents were very well known in the community, and also they were always in church every Sunday, and as well they were obviously very well known in there, and they participated in every church event or commune. And her dad, Clay, he was in the committee he was in the committee for the town, and he was also in charge of handling like the zoning committee, and he was also involved with a non-profit organization with the town that well, not for the town but the state, for Baton Rouge, and he was involved with the Civil War Round Table. And Sheila, I guess she only worked there. She wasn't really into a lot of things. She was just into her work, and I guess Lacey, I would say, not really, but Lisa's mom, Sheila, she was she worked for an assistant for the city prosecutor. And when Lacey was younger, she was diagnosed with autism and social anxiety. And while in school, a lot of her friends would say she was very sociable. She can talk to just anybody. She wasn't really a shy person. She would just go up to you and just be friends. And she was also part of the volleyball team. And she ended up withdrawing from school when she was 16, and nobody knew why she did. They probably thought it was probably with either her conditions, her diagnosis of maybe the social anxiety took over, or maybe it was the autism. I know there's some cases where people can't really they can't really work in public places no matter how much someone can accommodate them to or give them the help that they need. It's just sometimes they can't. So a lot of people thought it was that maybe she got out because of that. She just couldn't do it anymore. They probably thought like, okay, maybe it was too much for her. But at the same time, if she was very sociable, like, why didn't that ring like alarms or anything? Why didn't a teacher call her parents, or maybe a friend reach out to her? On the 3rd of January of 2022, this year, it's fresh, guys. It's a fresh case. So anyways, on the 3rd of January, Sheila calls the police, and she's pretty much informing them that Lacey's not breathing. She needed, the ambulance to come right away. And Sheila explains to the police over the phone that she and her husband took a little getaway weekend, for themselves. And then when they came back, they ended up finding Lacey unresponsive. She wasn't breathing. She just was cold to the touch. So when the ambulance came, I don't know how they work, or I don't know how it really works when they let them know that, oh, you know what, so-and-so passed away or what. I know for a fact, say if someone stabbed me, the ambulance can't leave unless they have me in a well state, meaning there's a chance for me to live. But if they can't code me back, they're not gonna rush me to the hospital. They have to keep me stable until we get to the hospital. And I'm guessing, I'm looking at the mirror here because I'm not good. I never was able to do that, like the foundation and all that, which I'm not hating. I applaud the girls who do it. I just can't. It's complicated for me. I just can't do that, and that's okay. Like, everybody got their own style, I guess. I'm not hating. I'm jealous. I can't do that. Okay. And anyways, so when the coroner came in, who was Dr. Ewell Bickham, and when he went in the house, he said that it stunk. Like, it smelled so bad. And when he realized what was the source of the smell, he knew right away, like, this is bad. Like, it just smells like literal shit, you know. He said it smelled like feces and urine, and like, he just couldn't hold his breath in. I mean, shit, dude. I can barely hold my breath in to, like, if say something stinks, like, example, food, I would already be gagging. I have a really bad gag reflex. But that's what he said as soon as he walked in, that it just stunk bad, and that it just reeked of, you know, shit and urine, and he just couldn't hold his breath in. And as Dr. Beckham, when he was walking into the house, he observed where Lacey's body was, and her body was on the couch, you know. So I'm like, okay, she's on the couch. But as he was coming closer to Lacey, he realized that her body was decomposing like bad, like that it was pretty much sinking into the couch. And I thought, maybe, you know, when you get into a couch and you get comfortable, or maybe the couch is viejito, you know, old, you know, they lose their sturdiness, they don't have cushion anymore. So I thought that, you know, but no. He said that the couch was so, like, sunken in that it looked like she melted. It looked like she melted literally into the freaking couch. And he would just see that they were just, never mind. I don't even want to, no. I don't even want to, no. And then, you know, he sees that, like, she literally looks melted into the couch. Imagine. I don't want to imagine how that looks like, but goddamn. Like, no mames, ¿cómo chingo se mira eso? Melted into a couch. That's wild. That's just so wild to me. Melted into a couch. So the doctor, or the coroner, if I may say, because he's a doctor and a coroner, he noted that Lacey was naked and that she had severe sores and ulcers and also insect bites all over her. And she was also discovered with maggots, urine, and feces all over her body. Me dio asco. And the cushions from the couch, they were like both rotting, but the main one that I guess her full-on body was on, like I guess where her bum was at, or like her back, you can literally tell that underneath it, like under her, that main cushion, it was ripped open. Like they don't know if like someone like lo rompió, they ripped it, or if just all that together, like all that mixture, is what made it rot and just dissolve into like that big ass hole under her. Which, I mean, urine is acidy, so I'm pretty sure, but damn, like, it must take a lot of fucking urine and a lot of, no, I don't want to, no, I'm not doing it. No. No. But after the autopsy was finished, the results showed that Lacey weighed only about 96 pounds. 96 fucking pounds. Pobrecita. And he stated that that was, you know, very, very under her weight, because I mean, she's 34, she should be at least a little bit over it, but she was very underweight, you know. And the autopsy also showed or indicated that she may have died from several different things, you know. Severe malnutrition, starvation were most likely the cause, you know, because I mean, obviamente cuando no comes, you don't eat, your body doesn't have energy to keep going, your body doesn't have the energy to do anything, you know, if you don't have that, you know, to produce it, to move, to do anything. I know the body needs about, what, can only survive 14 days without water, am I right? I don't know. I think it's 24. I mean, I think it's 14 or 21 days. I'm not sure. But I'll look that up and I'll let you guys know. But yeah. Lacey also, I hate stating all this because it is a lot. This case is a lot. No. Tragedy. I'm gonna change out of this anyways. But Lacey also suffered from several infections, mostly in her bones due to like the ulcers, which caused sepsis. I don't know how you say it. Sepsis. I don't know, but according to the CDC, sepsis is the body's severe reaction to a life-threatening infection. That's crazy. I have to look up what that is because I don't know what that is, and that's scary. I'm kind of cold now, but yeah, that's sepsis is a reaction, you know, is caused by that when, you know, when your body's reacting to a threatening infection. And sepsis occurs when an infection that you can already have causes of a chain reaction to spread throughout your body. So pretty much something triggered it, and from there it just it just blew up. And sepsis usually starts within the lungs, and gastric. I don't know how you say it, but I'm gonna put I don't know how you say the freaking word. Gastrointestinal tract. It affects that, and it also affects or can cause a urinary tract infection, and without proper treatment it can lead to tissue damage, organ failure, and death, which is why I'm telling you this story right now, today. Clay and Sheila, they said that they took great care of Lacey and did everything for her, which is fucking bullshit, you know. If she ended up in that state, obviously you weren't doing a good fucking job, you know. I don't know who told you that you were doing a great job, you know. Obviously you didn't because of what happened. And I'm doing this thing, you know, Miss Ma'ams. And they stated that they fed her and they cleaned her, and that where's my brush? Oh, and that they said that Lacey's anxiety became so severe that she just couldn't even get off the couch, you know, which I've been there, especially suffering with like postpartum depression. Your anxiety can fucking consume you. I still fucking deal with it to this day, and I'm just happy that I have a partner who understands and has patience and a lot of love for me. So I'm very grateful for that. So, but these were her parents. They could have done something. They could have done more than just be like, oh well, she doesn't want to do anything. But I'm not done yet. But they stated that her anxiety was so severe that she couldn't even get off the couch or even leave the living room for a few days. And her parents also stated that she used the bathroom of towels that were next to the couch. So pretty much saying that she would do the restroom on towels. like right next to them, right next to the couch. Like, girl. And her parents also claimed that they never felt the need to call a doctor or a caregiver who specialized in caring for those who are incapable of caring for themselves, you know, like an in-home nurse or, you know, someone that could help her. They didn't think that they needed to call someone to help her. They decided on that. They thought that that was the right thing to do, to not call anybody to help her. And some of the neighbors claimed to be unaware that Clay and Sheila had they didn't even know that Clay and Sheila had a daughter. That even Tracy was there. And some neighbors also said that, or stated that they thought that she moved out a long time ago, you know, and that they haven't seen Lacey in about 10 to 15 years, which is like, why didn't anybody call anyone? Again, like, why didn't anybody do anything? Like, fuck. Like, I know, I'm guessing they didn't want to be that nosy neighbor, like, oh, like, no mira Juana, or, you know, Tilín or something, you know, in a minute, let me call a cop. I get it. You don't want to be that neighbor to be chismosa. But sometimes, like, if it's off, it's off. So obviously you're going to want to interfere. And, like, I rather ask for forgiveness than permission. Sometimes that is okay in situations like that. But people who knew Lacey described her as, you know, a typical child who was loving and carefree until she turned 14. And she was, that's around the time they took her out of school. And they were saying that she was starting to isolate herself, and Lacey's parents they just chose to have her homeschooled. And there is no evidence to support that claim, you know, that they decided to homeschool her, because there are programs, the state actually sends you lesson plans. And obviously you as a parent, the teacher, have to make that child take those lesson plans, grade them, or let them grade them to, you know, show progress that you are homeschooling your child. And they said they started just quote unquote pulling her out from school to have her homeschooled because her autism was at a higher level, or was more severe, or more advanced, as they were calling it, that it was more advanced, which I don't know what the fuck that means. And many people believe that they just used, you know, some people were, you know, they knew that that was just an excuse, you know, that was just a claim to, just an excuse to use to isolate or withdraw their daughter from school, you know, probably because they didn't want them to know that they were neglecting her. Never understand that. Never. But one of Sheila's and Clay's neighbors also recall asking, you know, asking Sheila about Lacey, you know, because they haven't seen her, you know, they want to know what's the 411 on her, like how's life treating Lacey. And they pretty much assumed that she moved away, you know, like I said, they assumed that she moved away. And she ended up getting, you know, more independent, because just because you're autistic, a lot of people have this theory, a dummy theory without doing research, that just because you have this diagnosis, that it's just gonna stop your life, that you're never gonna be able to be, you know, normal, when in reality you can be normal. There's people who are artistic who become amazing things in life, you know, doctors, teachers, engineers, professors, you know. And it is an obstacle, but not one where like you can't have no control over your body. And Sheila ended up telling their neighbor that she was still living in the house and that she was fine. Very blunt, just like that. Anda bien, está en la casa. Go away. Basically just saying that she was in the house. She's fine. Go away. Which I would have been like, you rude bitch. Something's up now. Now I gotta go be chismosa neighbor and shit. And in the living room where they you know found, you know, Lacey's body, there was a recliner, a lazy boy next to it, next to the couch where, you know, Lacey was just, you know, se estaba pudriendo. She was just rotting away. There was a recliner right next to it. Don't look over there, like I said. Don't look. It's a mess, okay? And it's only a mess because I'm doing my makeup with you. And that there was a chair or recliner. Sorry, I started at the wrong point. That there was, let me use this mirror mejor. There was a recliner, a lazy boy right next to the couch where Lacey se estaba pudriendo. You know, where she was rotting. And that they would just let her, not let her, but they would literally watch TV right next to her while she's like rotting away, while she's doing the restroom right there. While, I mean, the coroner, when he walked in there, he said it stunk. And when he said it stunk, it freaking stunk. So it's like, how can you watch TV and not like, shit, dude, like, me, that my kid like does the restroom in his diaper, I can't stand it because this, I mean, the smell. That's a kid, okay? That's a kid under 1, you know, or a kid that is 1, you know, who does the, you know, number 2 in his diaper, and it reeks, it stinks. So it's like, this is a grown adult. How can that not bother you that this person smells this, or like not disturb you that this is your child in that state? Like, what's not clicking, Steven? Like, what the fuck? And that they would just watch TV right next to her, como si nada. Like watching, I don't know, Los Vecinos or La Familia Peluche on TV or something. And it is also claimed that Sheila and Clay visited a doctor back in 2012 to get a doctor's opinion on Lacey's condition. And allegedly, the doctor instructed them to bring Lacey in so they could perform a perform a thorough exam. But Lacey failed to appear. I mean, obviously, a doctor's not gonna tell you by you explaining to them like, oh, sí, tiene A, B, and C. No me tienes que traer la persona o el niño. Like, obviously, the doctor has to see them, but there was already ill intent that they knew if they took her to the doctor for that examination, red flags were gonna, you know, or red lights were gonna go off on that doctor's head and obviously report it. And so like I said, she failed to show up in that she failed to show up for the examination. And that's when the last time that Lacey ever saw a doctor was when she was 16 years old, you know, when she, quote unquote, when they decided themselves to homeschool her. Like, I bet you anything you want, you know, some extra lives on Candy Crush or something, because that's all I can get right now. But I can bet you that Lacey had no say in that, in getting out of school. You know, I'm pretty sure Lacey still wanted to go to school, you know. Like I said, she was sociable. She was a kind-hearted person, and everybody got along with her, and she was on the fucking volleyball team. Come on, dude. You think she's gonna want to miss that? But they decided to take that away from her. And on April 2nd of 2022, Sheila and Clay sorry, Megan Sam. Sheila and Clay Fletcher were arrested and charged with, look at this mirror, okay, sorry again, this mirror. Sheila and Clay Fletcher were arrested and charged with murder of their daughter, and in April and May of 2022, they would go before a grand jury, and the Fletchers, you know, Sheila and Clay, were arrested on May 2nd, and the grand jury indicated them of second-degree murder, and their bond was set at $300,000 per person. Which, I mean, I'm pretty sure they put up their house quick, you know, quick. They ended up selling their house quick. Per person, $300,000. Shoot, that's a lot. But like I said, they probably sold their house, which I'm pretty sure they did, because soon after they posted their bail, and the case may proceed to a trial, and which wouldn't begin until later in the year, or going to 2023, so next year, in a couple of months, because we're gonna just go into October. So, and depending on the plea, because I'm pretty sure one of them already talked, you know. Many people think that the Fletchers were attempt to reduce their charges to manslaughter in order to receive a lighter sentence, which I hope they don't. I really hope they don't, because I don't think that's second-degree murder. I feel like you knew that your child was in a severe state, and you left them that way. So it's like, I feel like if Lacey was younger, she was a minor, I think this would have taken another route. But because she's already 34 at this time, you know, when she passed, it's a different story. But I went ahead and finished off my makeup off camera, just because I already knew that this story was gonna be cut short, and just basically mainly because like I said, it is a fresh case. This did happen this year. So where we left off was the coroner in this case, he claimed that after seeing Lacey's body that he wasn't able to eat for a week. He cried for that whole week, and that this was the worst case that he's ever had to deal with in his life, ever. As well as the police too. When they saw that crime scene, they were just defeated, you know, they were sickened. And the same thing with them, they just weren't the same after that. They were just baffled that this happened in their town, you know, something so tragic, especially coming from a pair of people who are very well known in the community, as well as the church community, and and then being parents to that person. It's sad. But I'll end it here, like I said, just because this is a fresh story. I will be putting out a part 2 soon after I do get more details and do more research, if there is any updates on the case. But with that being said, thank you so much for stopping by again and checking out my channel. I truly appreciate it, and please don't be shy to go ahead and give this video a like, and also subscribe, and go ahead and push that notification button. And yeah, alrighty then. Well then, y'all guys be safe, be smart, but have fun. See you later.